What would you say is the one match most fans ask you about when you do signings?
The one match would probably be when I beat John Cena at ECW One Night Stand and won the championship belts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, if they ask me, I bring it up. If they ask me, like, what my favorite match was, you know, because with that match, first off, the match itself was, you know, in my opinion, great. I loved the match. You know, obviously Cena's, you know, great. He was great with that crowd. The crowd was incredible, a one-of-a-kind crowd, like irreplaceable moment.
One of a kind. See what you did there?
One of a kind. Besides all of that, it's like, what was my story, my build-up going into that particular match? Everything since '96.
Yeah.
You know, maybe even before that, you know, if you want to add the history. So for those reasons, I mean, I was me and every fan in that building, we were all fighting for what I believed in my heart and what got me all the way up till that point. And that's why they all wanted to see the match go the way it did and see Cena go down, or they would riot. And a lot of, you know, fans bring it up differently. A lot of times saying, I still remember that match, you know, when you beat Cena. Like, I hope you still remember it. But then again, they were only 5 when it happened. So let's go.
What was the conversation with Cena like backstage? Like, he must have known what that crowd was going to be like. He must have known what the reaction was going to be. What were the conversations that you had before you went through the curtain?
I don't think anybody could have known exactly how that crowd was going to be, you know, first off, to put that out there. Like, I didn't. I knew for sure that was my home.
Yeah, that was your crowd. Yeah.
I knew that. They were with me. That was my building. But I couldn't have predicted, you know, that they were going to feel so much that way. They were going to be like, no, fuck your T-shirt, throw it back. I mean, you see me laughing when you watch that. I thought that was funny and great. And what are the chances that a fan that could have a John Cena shirt, because they're all real fans at heart, would do that, and then he does it, boom, second guy does it again, you know, third guy wipes his ass with it. You know, it's like, holy crap, like, this is great. Like, I had no idea it was going to be like that. John knew that he was in for a rough night. He was going to get shit on a lot. He knew that. And he was just super cool. I really think he was looking forward to the match. I think that he had fun with it. I know I did.
And I think that John was probably happy to be in that heel role, at least like for one time in his life, because every other, you know, the reaction everywhere else was fairly similar at that point. For him to go in there and be able to wrestle as a heel, I think was
was. I did see him get booed by the whole crowd before, and that was in Wales, and that was like early in my WWE days. So I don't know, probably 2003 or 4. Seems like, I don't know, but I was shocked because I hadn't seen that before at that point. And everyone boo, and then he got on the microphone and he cut this promo. He said, "You can boo me, you can boo me. Yeah, keep it up. Let's go." And he was like, "That's what we want, man. As long as you're screaming and you know, and you're voicing your opinion, you know, that means you're ready to go and they're ready for wrestling, you know." And he was like, "That's all we want. Either way you go, we want to make sure you're having a good time. So keep it up." He turned them and made me a much bigger fan of his at that moment.
Wow.
I was like, wow, he knows how to turn the whole crowd that hated him into loving him in, you know, 2 minutes.
Hey, it's Chris, and thank you so much for checking out this video on my brand new YouTube channel, CVV Clips. As the name suggests, it's a place where I'm gonna post clips from some of my favorite interviews. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit subscribe and also check out these videos right here. YouTube thinks you might like them.